Hello there, my name is Pankaj Mishra. You're watching News 9 Plus. With me is my colleague Varghese. And Varghese, what a story this is. 9 years since the bifurcation of Andhra Pradesh, the confusion around the state capital remains. Amaravati, pitched as a futuristic smart capital, is just a ghost town. Not long ago, Chief Minister Reddy also had announced Visakhapatnam as the capital of state. This ground report, which our colleague Mohammad Wajihulla has brought, tells you about why Amaravati looks like a ghost town today. Take a look.
Which is the capital of Andhra Pradesh?
Vizag.
अमरावती
विजयवाड़ा।
हमको मालूम नहीं।
I don't know.
अमरावती।
Amaravati. It is the people's capital.
Here I am to invite you to Visakhapatnam, which is going to be our capital.
Mishra Wajihulla, my colleague, joins us on the broadcast, and A Saye Sekhar is also there. Varghese, stand by with us. I wanted to know from Wajihulla first. Wajihulla, well, I noticed two things about this documentary that you have filed. First one, decent and nice drone footage that you have managed to take. So congratulations on that. But the towering problem that you have brought across through your documentary is about this difference of opinion. And I believe I heard the Chief Minister Jagan Reddy also saying कि समय बदल गया है, times have changed and we should think and work according to new times. So is this shelving of Amaravati as the capital his new vision, his new take on this state of Andhra Pradesh and its capital?
Well, hi to both Varghese and Pankaj and thanks for those drone shots. Well, before I start with what you asked me, to get those drone shots itself was very difficult in Amaravati because the topic was so sensitive and there was nobody who was ready to fly a drone in Amaravati.
Okay.
So how we managed it is a big thing. But coming back to the topic that you said, the question that you asked, well, Jagan Mohan government came 4 years after the announcement of Amaravati as the capital. Chandrababu Naidu in 2015 itself had decided that land between Vijayawada and Guntur will be the capital, and we would develop it into a city that would be a futuristic capital, like how the undivided Andhra Pradesh had Hyderabad as their capital, and it is believed that the 80% of the finances of the entire state was borne by Hyderabad. So he pitched Amaravati also as one of those projects, and keeping Chandrababu's history in mind, he is capable enough to build projects because half of the infrastructural work in Hyderabad also goes to him. So Chandrababu pitched the idea of Amaravati, and then came Jagan Mohan Reddy, who believed that the mistake that we did with the undivided Andhra Pradesh was we concentrated the entire power system, the power structure, the economic capital, the financial, the legislative capital to one city. And it's only Hyderabad that developed in the undivided Andhra Pradesh. The other cities like Vijayawada, big cities like Visakhapatnam, and all these cities, though were big names, but were not as developed as Hyderabad was. And he did not wanted to do the same mistake that happened with the undivided Andhra Pradesh. So he thought that, okay, let's follow the idea of South Africa where they had divided three capitals, where one would be the legislative executive. And likewise, he did the same with Amaravati as the legislative capital, Visakhapatnam as the executive, and Kurnool as the judicial capital. Now, his idea was to make sure that the nearby areas of the capital also will get developed because now the city gets a prominent status. Okay, it's a capital city. So people will throng there, a lot of job opportunities will open. And that was Jagan Mohan's idea. Now, this has got a pitfall because now the farmers who donated the land, because this was not through the acquisition system, the land acquisition system like the farmer had told us. This happened through a land pooling system. Now, what happens in the land pooling system is where a group of landowners voluntarily hand over their land to the government collectively for infrastructure development. So once the development is complete, the land is handed over to the original owners, with a few perks and everything. So these farmers were also promised a lot of things when they gave their land. So you can imagine 28,000 farmers, 34 acres of land. It's a huge piece of land. So they had given this land, and when Jagan came with the idea, the farmers felt that they are betrayed now. Now that agricultural land, which is rich with agriculture, where it was one of the best growing land for any cultivation. Now that has no significance anymore. Neither can they use it for cultivation nor can they use it for their capital. So this is where the entire controversy erupted with the farmers coming on the street, and
Right.
that is when the confusion took its turn, big turn.
Toll on it. Yes. All right. Looks like a capital confusion there. And to break through the clutter, A Saye Sekhar, senior journalist, is also there with us. Sai, thank you so much for speaking to us. Needless to say, sitting here in Delhi and Noida studios, it is difficult to understand the exact sentiments on the ground. Wajihulla went there, he shot the whole place, and the catharsis part, the difference in opinion between two chief ministers of that time, Chandrababu Naidu and Jagan Mohan Reddy, obviously taking its toll on the state, economic wise also, and for the farmers also. In your opinion, what could have been a simple way out here if political ego at all is there at play? Can that have been put aside?
Political ego cannot be put aside because the very basis for Amaravati capital itself has been controversial. And the Shivaram Krishnan committee, which was formed by the Government of India to recommend the location of a capital, which has gone delved deep into the issue, they have recommended that let this capital not be located in a soil that is on the river bed, because there is a possibility of inundation. And according to your own visuals, the proposed secretariat site, it's a pond now. It looks like a pond. So not that engineering marvels can be created, but then Mr. Chandrababu Naidu has a very ambitious plan for making the capital there. And initially, though, when the assembly has decided that Amaravati shall be the capital, and Jagan also approved of it, and the first thing he did was to build a house in Tadapalli, that is the so-called Amaravati capital right now. Whereas Chandrababu Naidu did not build any home there, and this is how it all started. And Jagan has smelt a rat during the course of location of the place, and this after the land pooling is over, the real estate costs have jacked up. Actually, they skyrocketed, and the contention, bone of contention, is not these 33,000 acres which was given through land pooling by the farmers who came forth, and that's actually a revolution. And in return, whatever they had to get was also promised.
Right.
But then the controversy is nobody is talking about the cost that skyrocketed outside the periphery of these 33,000 acres. In the Amaravati capital CRDA, Capital Region Development Authority. So measly cost lands which were costing measly price have maybe an acre would be costing, say, about 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs, has zoomed up to more than a crore outside these 33,000 acres. Right. And Jagan has smelt a rat there, and there is a caste angle to this. So predominantly Amaravati area and Guntur and Krishna districts are dominated by Kamma community, and this was, though this is not stated outside by the politicians, this was one of the bones of contention for the then opposition to oppose this, and they found this to be a large scale economic racket.